We welcome you to 12th Man Studios for the final Higgins Hindsights of the year. I'm Will Johnson with head men's golf coach J.T. Higgins. The Aggie season came to an end at the Albuquerque Regional as a part of the NCAA tournament. And J.T., we were talking before we got rolling here, just some of the finishes you guys have had to your season. Well, chalk this up as another one. Essentially, you tied for 5th, which is the final spot to advance to the NCAA championships. You were even with San Diego State, you go to a playoff. And there you were victimized by one of the game's true rarities. Almost had to seem surreal when it happened. A double eagle by San Diego State is essentially what advances there.
Yeah, it was, it's well, they say the odds are 1,000,000 to 1 of making a double eagle. And I've been coaching for 25 years, and I think I can safely say I've watched over 3,000 rounds of golf, and that's the first one I've ever seen. So it couldn't have happened at a worse time for us, but you got to tip your hat to the kid. It was a great shot. It was not lucky, as far as he hit a great shot right at the pin, and it landed a little short and rolled right in. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. With your team, if you come that close against that kind of competition, maybe the result is disappointing, but the way they played overall, there had to be some good points in there for the Aggies.
Yeah, I thought we had a great spring. That we were definitely one of the top 20 teams in the country in the spring. Had a win, had a bunch of top 3 finishes, and then get to regionals and kind of put it all out there on the line and end up tying for that final spot and to lose in a playoff. It's disheartening, but at the same time, I'm really proud of the guys, and they played their butts off and they gave it everything they had, and just came up a little bit short, and it's disappointing. We've had some heartbreaking ones the last few years, and this is just another one. I like to think that we're growing and learning from it, and it's going to pay off in the future. I'm ready. I'm ready for it to pay off in the future.
No doubt. And speaking of the future, you'll have some guys back. One in particular is Cameron Champ, who played well enough to advance himself as an individual to the NCAA championships.
Right. Cameron actually birdied the last hole in regulation, par 5. He hit it in 2. His eagle putt lipped out. Otherwise, we wouldn't even been in a playoff if that putt would have dropped. And then he tapped in for birdie. That put us in the playoff with San Diego State. And then he was in an individual playoff to make it to advance to the national championships. And the first hole they both made birdie, and then the next hole he made eagle on the 9th hole there at the championship course, and hit the green in 2, 620-yard par 5. Hit it in 2 and made the putt. So pretty impressive.
Yeah, and also Chandler Phillips, young man from Huntsville, Texas, first season in your program, and he garnered a lot of high finishes. I think a lot of them in the top 20 in just about every tournament he went to, including the regionals, where he was 13th. I know you're pleased to have him back, knowing that there's always that jump a guy can make from year 1 to year 2 in collegiate golf.
Yeah, well, I mean, even in 1 year, what Chandler's done, in the fall, he struggled some on the longer golf courses and played really well on the shorter ones. And he worked hard in the weight room. He's gotten stronger. He can hit the ball out of the rough now. He can advance it. He knows he has so much game. Golf IQ is amazing. And, he was our best player this year. He's all SEC as a freshman. And like you said, tons of great finishes. I think he had 7 top 10s this year. And, we're really excited about him in the future. Him and Cameron are a great 1-2 combination for us going forward.
Yeah. Also, on the flip side, though, this time of year, tough to say goodbye to the ones that gave you so much in their past.
Yeah, Adria, Ben, and Andrew Lister, they've pretty much been in the lineup the last 3 years together, and just wonderful guys. And they all 3 have great work ethic, and they worked hard and given us everything they've got. And can't say enough about what they've done for us. And we appreciate it, and we are sad to see him go. Adria and Ben will actually get to see, we'll get to see all 3 of them a lot, because Lister's going to live here and practice out of College Station, and then Ben and Adria still have a semester of school left to finish up to get their degree, so they'll be back in the fall, so they won't be too far. They won't be out of mind anyway.
Yeah, certainly. And like I said, you say goodbye to some, you return others, and then there will be new faces that join your program. With an influx of those guys that come onto this team with Cameron and Chandler, I mean, your thoughts on what you've got next year as you look to maybe get a little more fortune with that finish and getting into the NCAA championships?
We've got a couple guys coming back that we feel like can help us that are already here. Andrew Pacey has played a lot of golf for us in his first 2 years. Played every tournament as a freshman and played probably 3/4 of them this year. You know, he was in and out of the lineup, and at the end, Lister kind of beat him out for that 5th spot. So he'll be back and he'll be really competitive. Connor Black just keeps getting better and better for us, and he's played in a few tournaments both of his first 2 years. So both those guys will be juniors. We've got a Division II transfer coming in, Kaven Eubank from Cal Baptist. He just finished 8th at the Division II National Championships. He's going to be a 2-time Division II All-American. Really wants to test his game against this level of competition. Coming here on a mission, really. He wants to see how good he can be. And then we've got 2 outstanding freshmen coming in. Viraj Madappa is from India, and he is the 5-time, when he'll win it again this year, he'll be the 5-time Junior Player of the Year in India. Wow. And he's outstanding, big, strong kid, really excited about coming to the States. And then we have Josh Gleege is from Eagle, Idaho, and he's an AJGA All-American, top 20 ranked kid in the country. And we expect all 3 of those guys to contribute right away.
Well, Coach, looking forward to the future. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
JT Higgins right here from 12th Man Studios.